This is not our world. We all played football. And a part of playing football for me was, it was the easiest thing to do in my neighborhood, right? If Channing had a ball, if Fred had a ball, we could all go outside and do that.
Facts.
Not only could I do that, on Sunday, I could go sit down and watch Randall Cunningham do what I wanted to do, right? And as I grew up, I got to see people that looked like me do something I was passionate about. That's not necessarily what skateboarding is for our culture.
Facts.
So for you, as somebody who grew up in it and got to be around it and got to look at people like Rodriguez and say, okay, Paul Rodriguez, and say, okay, that's something I want to emulate. How does Dashawn, or how does our community get someone in skateboarding where they could say, hey, that's our Tony Hawk, as you said before this?
Yeah, I would say a huge thing for me, and like that just sparked a whole like perspective about like that I used to think about, which was like I feel like really like pivotal in my career too. Is like in the beginning I didn't see too much, so like I wanted to like imitate a white skater. Like I wanted to be like that was predominantly what the sport was. So I was like, oh, like I want to dress like like that. I want like I want to skate. I want to do tricks. I want to like I wish I could fucking have hair like that. All these things. And so I would think like that, but obviously still being present in like what my culture was. It wasn't until later on, like when I started having real estate in the space and like becoming a part of the culture more and getting to know it and being successful in it. Like I was like, I had a realization. I was like, wait, like this is amazing to be African American in the sport. And I like stapled that and like I took pride in that. And like when I got older, I was like, you know what, like that's a beautiful thing to be in the sport, and represent it, and show that to my culture who like not really influencing the sport or who's not really a part of it. And so, to this day is like representation is like important to me, and like if I'm inspiring anybody, who looks like me, who like have even thought about skating, and maybe if they see one of my videos, because sometimes I get DMs like that, it's a blessing, or if I'm talking to parents, of African American kids and they, they stress to me how much it means to them seeing somebody that looks like their kid.
Hold up, limitless, niggas to me, pinning it. I fought the head to witness it.